And now for some more 10 by 10 Variety Night Squeeze Box trivia. God helps those that help themselves. Truer words you could not quote from the good book, right? Actually, you could look all through here and you wouldn't find it. So where did it come from? And why is it so popular? Well, it seems that Benjamin Franklin, while not credited with inventing the phrase, included it as one of his aphorisms in a 1733 edition of Poor Richard's Almanac. Where did he get it? Probably from the Greeks. Seems that even Aesop wrote one of his fables about a wagoner whose vehicle was mired up in the mud and gets down on his knees and prays for some divine intervention. Lo and behold, who appears unto him but Hercules? And Hercules, however, instead of giving him assistance, says, "Get up off your knees and push. The gods help those that help themselves."
It was 3:30 a.m. in the dark, dark morning, 3 summers ago, and I was headed to Los Angeles International Airport. Now, I was dead tired. As usual, I had worked a full day before my trip and rushed at the last minute. Luckily, my sweetheart, Alfonso, was with me, and he was going to help me pack and take me to the airport. But I was excited. This was my periodic trip to my hometown, New York City. Yes, for a change of scenery. Yes, for some of that delicious Jamaican beef patties. But mostly for that wonderful Jamaican family love. Now, the plane was packed and it was pretty noisy. I made my way back to my seat and managed to stash my black carry-on into the overhead. About an hour into the flight, I noticed that a lot of the people on the plane were speaking Spanish. The lady across the aisle from me, she had a squirmy toddler on her lap, but she seemed friendly. So I leaned over, "Buenos dias, señora. ¿Cómo está?" in my very horrible Spanish. But she was able to help me understand that a lot of the people on that flight were connecting in New York City and going on to Madrid. So I settled back in my seat and I caught the eye of the lady in the window seat right next to me. I started to say hello, but before I got the entire word out, she whipped her head away and stared out the window. Now, I had thought maybe it was my imagination before, when I was trying out my Spanish with the lady across the aisle. Miss Windowseat had rolled her eyes and frowned up her skinny lips. I mean, I saw her out of the corner of my eye, and she was looking right at me when she did it. Did she have a problem with our Spanish-speaking cabin mates? Did she have a problem with me? I mean, I wasn't used to this. Ever since I was a kid, I was growing up among and going to school with, and then later working with and being with people of all colors and nationalities. A friend of mine even nicknamed me the United Colors of Benetton. So I wasn't about to let Miss Windowseat's apparent ignorance color my worldview or ruin the flight for me. So about 4 hours later, we land in New York City, and I begin the 1-mile trek from my gate to the baggage claim area. By the time I got to the baggage carousel, there were only a few people and a few bags going around the circle. I didn't see my bag. I saw a bag that looked like mine, but it was the wrong color. I even chuckled to myself because it had a pink ribbon too that looked like mine. After about 15-20 minutes, it was just me and that wrong color bag still there. So I flagged down a Delta employee and asked if maybe there was another carousel for the flight from Los Angeles. And he said, "Nope, you're in the right place." Okay, so where the heck was my bag? Now, the lost luggage office was a few yards away, so I walked over there. Lady keys in my ticket number and announces, "Well, miss, according to our records, your bag has arrived." Okay, well then where the heck was it? Now, at this point, all she could do was tell me the procedure. Fill out this form, be sure we have local contact information, and when your bag shows up, we'll give you a call. And how likely is that, I'm thinking? I mean, if you say, my bag is here, and yet it ain't here, then obviously somebody else took my suitcase. I couldn't believe this. But what could I do? I filled out the stupid form, and then I made my way out to ground transportation. Now, it is freaking hot in New York City, and I'm standing in this long line waiting for my turn at a taxi cab, and I am fuming. I mean, I had a month's supply of contact lens in that check bag. I only had a couple of pairs in my carry-on. And in the mad dash packing, I forgot my backup glasses. I had most of my clothes in that suitcase. And all of my carefully selected curly girl hair products, the stuff that I needed to tame my partially straight, partially nappy, bald in spots, natural hair, so that I could take off the darn wig. And did I mention how freaking hot it was out there? Something had been taken from me. And I knew who to blame. It must have been one of those Spaniards on the plane. Saw a bag that looked like theirs and walked off with it. One of those no English speaking foreigners who didn't check the claim ticket. I was crazy irrational with anger. So I made my way back inside and was going to go back to that lost luggage office and make that woman help me. When I got back there, the same lady was still there. And I noticed there were a lot of bags lined up against the wall of her office, including that wrong color bag that looked like mine. Now, this was obvious to me. Whoever owned that forlorn piece of luggage had my suitcase. And if we could just find that owner, we could swap bags. I mean, they were probably still there at the airport, waiting for that connecting flight to Spain. So I asked the lady if she could possibly open up that bag and see if there was an ID inside, since there was no name tag on the handle. Oh no, she couldn't possibly do that, she said. I begged her. Please. So she glanced around as if to see if anyone was looking, and then she pulled the bag down and slowly began to unzip it. At this point, something weird. As I saw the stuff come into view, the stuff on top, I saw my carefully rolled, never folded, signature pashminas. My clear plastic case with a 36 count box of contact lens. And my curly girl hair products, conditioner, mousse, gel. It was all my stuff. But how was that possible? It was my suitcase. That wrong color bag, that murky green olive bag with the pink ribbon that looked like mine, was mine. But I had matching black suitcases. I was so sure. But I was so wrong. Now, in the cab ride into Manhattan, I tried to unpack what had just happened. I mean, sure, it was funny that I didn't recognize my own suitcase, that packing in the dead of night and tired with my boyfriend helping me, I didn't realize or didn't remember that I didn't grab 2 matching black bags to pack. Sure, it was funny that I didn't recognize my own suitcase, but I didn't recognize myself. I mean, who was that Ashton back there? That crazy, irrational with anger woman, so sure something had been taken from me, and I jumped to find someone to blame. But not just one person. I mean, I denigrated an entire group of people. Me, Ashton, with the Mexican boyfriend and the Jewish business partner and the Jamaican immigrant family, some of whom have accents so thick I can't understand them. Was I xenophobic? Was I racist? Was I the lady in the window seat? I couldn't believe that was me. And I am so, so sorry. Thank you so much for listening.
Hi everybody, I'm Araceli from The Dancers, and we're going to be dancing for you today. We're very honored. Jackie and myself will be dancing 2 songs, and we hope you like it, and thank you for watching.
Boom shock, zaga diggy dang. Boom boom shock, ziggy ding. Boom shock, zaga diggy dang. Boom shock. Boom shock, zaga diggy dang. Boom shock, ziggy ding. Boom shock, zaga diggy dang. Boom shock. Boom shock.
Hi everyone, I am so excited to be here. Thank you, Jeff, for this opportunity to make people laugh from home. I must say the commute was really great. There was no traffic from the kitchen to my bookshelf, which if you look behind me, you can kind of see what the books I'm trying to read. I guess that's one of the fun things people are doing now that everything's coming from people's homes, even the news. It's been interesting. But I have been quarantined with my son and his best friend for longer than I can even remember. And I cannot tell you the amount of times that I've almost fallen into the toilet. boys. But, looking on the bright side, it is saving toilet paper, and it's cheaper than installing a bidet. And being at home, I'm starting to streamline a lot of my tasks that I do at home. I'm now combining Zumba and happy hour. But I think I'm going to have to switch to white wine because the red wine sloshing over the side of my glass is starting to stain my carpets. Too hard to clean up. And I did actually get dressed and go to the store today, which was fun because I realized that some of my favorite things still fit. I was so excited. I love those shoes. But, spending a lot of time at home, you have time to think of things. And I've been thinking about when my biological clock stopped ticking. It didn't only stop ticking. My hot flashes made it explode. And I know now why it's called menopause. It's because my hormones have hit the pause button, and every day I am a little closer to becoming the man of my dreams. It must show. My son always calls me dude. I just can't wait till I can stand up to pee. That's going to be such a great time saver. Am I right, ladies? No more standing in that long line for me. And whatever happened to growing old gracefully? Even at home, I try to work out every day, usually yoga, Pilates, and running away from my responsibilities. But at home, it's too easy for my darn kids to find me. But I tell you, namaste, my butt. If I have to do one more downward dog, I swear I'm going to bite someone's leg. And I realize they may look okay on the internet, but underneath these clothes, it's starting to look like the earthquake map of California. And boy, are my tectonic plates shifting. And all of that working out, and my butt, which of course you can't see, is still so flat, you'll just have to take my word for it, that I could do squats from here to the moon and it will never come close to resembling any of the Kardashians. And I'll add Caitlyn, that's how flat it is, until I am really old and I wear diapers. And then like girls in the old days used to stuff their bras before there were implants, I'm gonna stuff my diapers. I'm going to stuff one cheek with snacks, so when I fall down and I can't get back up, I don't starve to death. And the other cheek with treats, so while I'm sprawled out on the floor, my cat doesn't eat my face. I'm already turning into my mom. I leave reading glasses all over the house. I enter rooms and I can't remember why I'm there. Oh. And every once in a while, now when I walk, I fart. That's okay. It's just another step closer to becoming the man of my dreams. I was married. I don't really like to say that I'm divorced. It just sounds too negative. I really prefer to think of myself as free range. And I should have known the marriage wasn't going to work out. There were so many warning signs. He had to pick the florist. He had to be walked down the aisle with his parents. I'm just glad he didn't ask to wear my wedding dress. And the last time I saw him, I told him our vows were supposed to be until death do us part, and he didn't look dead yet. I really missed him by about an inch, but I'm practicing. And it isn't all bad. I didn't just lose a husband. I gained closet space. But, being free range, I guess I'm supposed to be able to date again. But at my advanced age, my kids think that I should stay at home having quality time with our cat. They don't seem to understand why I would want to bother dating at my age if I'm not going to have any more children. I guess it creeps them out to think that I might still like to practice. No fear of pregnancy is great, but the calories you burn, oh my gosh, I wouldn't mind adding that to my workout routine. But, being older, I don't always sleep through the night anymore. And when I can't sleep through the night, I don't count sheep. I count ex-boyfriends. Most of them were very dull. I am out like a light. It works every time. And it's not like I had that many. I can still count them on one hand. Anyway, I'm actually kind of afraid to start dating again. It seems now everyone's waxed, pierced, and tattooed. Oh, waxing seems painful, and tattooing and piercing painful and time-consuming. Besides, I've been married, I've had children and hemorrhoids. I think that's enough pain for a lifetime. And besides, it's not easy. Women my age, we're invisible. Like the boy who could see dead people, the only living things that can see me are animals and men over 80. But, I'm not letting that stop me. I'm haven't given up. I'm on some of the dating sites. I joined Tinder, but so far the only swipes I'm getting are from my cat. And Match is such a tease. I get emails every morning that say, yay, someone noticed your profile, but I never get any messages. Match might as well send me an email that says, yay, you almost had a chance. And eHarmony, forget that. E's got to stand for extortion. It's so expensive. I'd feel like they were holding my love life for ransom. And there's my personal favorite, Our Time, with the hot date tip, the early bird special down at the senior center. And now that I've been on all these dating sites, my computer keeps mysteriously playing, You Don't Need to Be Lonely with FarmersOnly.com. Yeehaw. It's like my computer's telling me, look, you need to leave California if you ever want to date again. But something, I really wish that dating sites came with Yelp reviews, because if and when I do meet somebody I want to date, I want to make sure their baggage matches mine. And as much as I dislike dating sites, they are efficient. I've connected with a few men. We've chatted, we've argued, we've broken up all before we wasted time meeting in real life. So that's great. And before we were all shut down, I did tell a few of the men that I still had my teenage son living at home with me. Boy, I didn't know men their age could run that fast. And here's where I want to leave you with my public service announcement. If you're childless and you're thinking about having children, think very carefully, because once a parent, always a parent, and sometimes they never leave. And that, my friends, is why some animals eat their young. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jeff. You guys have been great. I've been Carol. Have a great night.
Hi there. I really miss performing. I don't get to be Mrs. Bennet in Pride and Prejudice because that's been, postponed. And I don't get to direct the musical South Pacific because that's been canceled. Now, I know many of you have even worse case scenarios than that, and my heart does go out to you. But I do miss performing. Now, Nellie, the female lead in South Pacific, which I could have played 25 years ago, sings a very positive song, and it makes me happy. So I'm going to sing and play it for you, and hope it makes you happy too. When the sky is a bright canary yellow, I forget every cloud I've ever seen. So they call me a cockeyed optimist, immature and incurably green. I have heard people rant and rave and bellow that with a thing called hope, and I can't get it out of my heart. No, not this heart. Stay home, stay safe, and stay optimistic.
Hey, I'm Tony Steven from You're the Best. Here's some funkadelic people who are winners. We got Mari Ras, Janine Aries, Everly Herrera, stay tuned to the end of the show so I can announce the next winner.
Oh my God. Why? Are you kidding me? God. These sheets are so soft.
Suni, are there any flights leaving New York City tonight? Under $300?
Let me check on that. Flights leaving New York City under $300 are Baltimore, Maryland, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Bangor, Maine, and San Francisco.
Did you just say San Francisco?
It's 71 degrees and sunny. This is the Bay Area's top alternative. Here's new music from Wine Chair.
Nice kicks.
Thanks. I'm trying to decide between these and these.
You can never go wrong with these. Excuse me, are you, do you want to get some lunch? Like right now?
Okay, yeah.
I went down to the river to watch those fish went by. When I got to the river, I was so lonesome I couldn't die. Then I jumped down to the river, but the doggone river went dry. Now she's long, long gone, and now I'm lonesome blue. I got me a woman that could be true. She got me for my money and she make me blue. And man, it's a woman that he can lean on, but in just let me abandon. Now she's long, long gone, and I am lonesome blue. She called me on Monday she was checking out. Alarm come to say we know whereabouts. And here is Wednesday, ain't got no news. I get back home without forgotten. Now she's gone, gone, and I'm gone so blue. One more time. Now she's gone, gone, and I'm gone so blue.
So I've been dating Shauna for 3 years now. I'm 75 years old. Yeah, I'm sure you're thrilled you're not. Anybody here my age? Of course not. My friends would have been here, but they're dead. So there's a stool I can't possibly climb on. The reason I'm in the best of the fest is I was the best of my age group. Oh, it sucks to be old. Do you have any idea what it's like to be 75 and you don't want to, do you? Here's my question. Any of you ladies interested in petrified wood? Anybody? I'm not even the oldest member of my family. My mother is 101. You know, that's long. Went to visit her in the nursing home. You know, there's a problem when you go to a nursing home and you look like me. They wouldn't let me out. Did the only thing I could think of. I moved in with my mom. You people know what goes on in these places? Got all these old ladies just looking for a guy whose equipment still works. I found this out. I'm walking down the hall one day, an arm comes out of a doorway. This woman grabs me, she pulls me into a room. The next thing I know, I'm crocheted to the bed. And then she showed me her boobs. Her boobs. They're in her pantyhose. Around her ankles. It's gravity, people. I got droopy parts. I mean, now when I sit on the toilet, my equipment hits the water. Using as a flotation device. But if I don't remember to stand before I flush, went out to sea. Somebody was talking about terrorism before. At least that's what I heard. You know, it's going on a long time. Nobody seems to have a solution. I figured it out. I'm gonna kill myself. And when I get to heaven, I'm gonna knock up all their virgins. How do you think they're gonna feel when they find out an elderly Jewish man got there first? People come up to me all the time. They say, Marty, you're 75. How come you're not dead? Simple. I treat the angel of death the same way a Jehovah's Witness. He comes to my door, I turn the sprinklers on. So, I had a sperm count checked. I'm old, I know that. I was curious. Doctor gave me the result. He said, you know, in a 20-year-old man, they have 107 million sperm. In a 50-year-old man, they have between 5 and 6 million. He said, you're more in the 3 to 4 range. I said, million? He said, no, 3 or 4. I said, doctor, that's awful. Is there anything I can do? He said, well, you got so few, you can name them. Thank you, people. I gotta go lie down.
25 years ago, this month, I celebrated my 30th birthday by getting a mud bath. And not the kind of relaxing one you get at a day spa. My two best friends, Eddie and Tommy, decided to surprise me by taking me out to dinner. And I was thinking it was going to be at Arnie Morton's or Lowry's. And so you can imagine my surprise when we pulled into the parking lot of the famous, now closed, Hollywood Tropicana Club. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Tropicana Club was, it was a nightclub that rested above the 101 with neon signs or lights that could be seen for miles that featured all-female mud and oil mud wrestling. Beautiful women. And what you would do is you would go into the bar and you would bid opposite the other bar patrons to have the chance to get into the ring for 5 minutes with one of these beautiful young mud wrestlers. Now, what I said to these guys prior to leaving that night was I said, look, guys, whatever it is you got planned, no strip clubs, no strippers. And as we're pulling into the parking lot, I was like, I specifically said no strippers. And my best friend Eddie said, they're not strippers, they're mud wrestlers, and they have bathing suits on. And I said, I can't argue with that logic. And I said, fine, okay, I'm going to go in there, but I am not, no way, no how, going to get into the ring. No way. But then there's this little thing called Goldschlager. 87 proof, cinnamon schnapps, the drink of kings. And after about 3 or 4 of these and a couple of Bud Lights, the next thing I know, I am bidding to get into the ring with a fresh-faced, pint-sized, beautiful young lady by the name of Lisa. And I win the bid at $76. It was a slow night. And from there, it's a whirlwind. I was taken to what's called the insurance room, where there was a woman that I swear to God resembles Shelley Winters with a cigarette hanging out of her mouth, and I have to sign this waiver that absolves the club of any responsibility in case of injury or death. And then from there, I'm whisked up to a room that can only be described as the delousing room from Shawshank Redemption. And I'm taking my clothes off, and then I'm given the ceremonial swimsuit. One size fits all. It doesn't. And from there, I go down with all these other schlubs to ringside, where we anxiously await to get into the ring. And the smell of stale beer and cigarettes and cheap perfume is in the air, and I'm nervous and I'm waiting. And then finally, Lisa comes down and the DJ announces us both, and we meet in the ring, and we go in and we shake hands, and Lisa says to me, assume the position. And I have seen Vision Quest with Matthew Modine, and I know exactly what to do. I get on all fours and I expect her, and she does. She comes up behind me, and I lean over my shoulder and I say, this is going to be fun. And then she yells over the din of the 90s techno music, if you fight me, I'll kick your ass. At what, I'm like, huh? And that's when the bell rings, and this beautiful, demure, pint-sized woman starts to throw me around the ring like I'm a Raggedy Ann doll and she's a bored 5-year-old. And I'm in the mud and I'm trying to listen to what she's telling me to do. And it's above the din of the music, and the music, and I'm being thrown all over the place. And mud is everywhere, in every orifice. It's in my ears and in my nose and in my teeth. And I can taste the mud, that grit. And I'm not having any fun at all. And I've paid $76 for this. And then she tells me at one point, she goes, "Get on your knees, I want to ride you like a pony." And she throws me down, and I'm trying to buck her up, but I have no core because it's the 90s. Yoga wasn't popular then. And she's throwing me around, and now mud is in my eye, and I can't see, and I'm trying to have somebody tag me out, and I'm 3 minutes in, and my chest is heaving, and I feel like I'm going to have a heart attack, and now I realize why I signed that waiver. And then finally, the time is over, and I collapse in a heap of sweat and mud. And Lisa picks me up and takes me over to the corner and says, "That was fun." And I'm thinking, wow, what would have happened if I fought her? And I go upstairs to the delousing room to try and shower off, and all they have is 2 settings on the shower, off and fire hose freaking hot. And I'm trying to get the mud out, and it's not out, and it dries in my hair, and I put on my members-only coat, and I go downstairs, and I meet my friends, and they go, "So, did you get excited?" And I go, "There's no time." And I walk to, they had a gift store, I swear to God, and I get my complimentary picture Polaroid and a free t-shirt, and I walk out. The Polaroid has faded, the t-shirt gone after I got married. But every time I drive by and I see a vacant lot with a pool of standing water and mud, I always fondly remember of the night that I lasted 5 minutes in the ring with a bull named Lisa. Thank you.
Keep it going for Tom. It's almost showtime, and I can't wait for all the fun. I bet you can't either. So let's get to it. Let's have fun. Yeah. Wow, did you guys have fun? Hey guys, it's Artie Loon here. I got another one for you. You're gonna love this. Check this out. Here we go. Woo. There it is. It's paint time! It's fresh. Hot. Cool. Yeah. It's a little small for me. I got it. Aha. Come here. So cute. No. Sorry. I got it. Watch the ball. It's right there. There it is. Hey guys, check this out. I'm watching an awesome magic show. That's pretty cool, huh? How he does that with all the hands and the thing. It's so weird, I know. Ooh, it's making my tummy kind of growl. I think I'm hungry. Let me go ahead and grab a snack. Way to go. Let's read your mind. Take that finger out right now. Good job. Touch it to mine. Good. Hope you cleaned it. I see some of you guys out there. I know. I can still look at you. Here we go. Keep that finger out, and I want you to put it right now on the yellow balloon. Got it? Put that finger right now on that yellow balloon. Perfect. Don't move it. Keep it right there. All right, here's what's going to happen. When I clap my hands, I want you to move either left or right, and it'll be your choice, either left or right to another balloon. Not an empty space, but another balloon. All right, here we go. I'm going to clap my hands. Every time I clap my hands, move either left or right. It'll be your choice. You ready? Here we go. Perfect. Stay right there. I think you're on a new balloon, but I'm going to try to see if I can eliminate some. I think, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I'm on that one. Maybe I'm on that one. I think you're on, you know what? I have a hunch. How about this? You're not on those balloons. So how about this? We're going to try it one more time. Keep your finger on that balloon right now. Ready? We're going to try it one more time. When I clap my hands, move either left or right. It is your choice wherever you go. Here we go. Ready? Perfect. I think you're on another new balloon. I'm going to see if I can try to guess at it. A little hunch on this one. I'm going to see if I can snap my fingers and perfect. You're not on that one. We have one more time. Here we go. I'm going to clap my hands. Every time I clap my hands, move either left or right. It'll be your choice. Here we go. Perfect. You're on a new balloon. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but this would be amazing. This would be incredible. If this works out, guys, do me a favor. I want you to go ahead and share this. At the end of the show, I want you to go ahead and share this with your friends and family. Show us, that's right, show us a little love. Got it? Here we go. I think it's that one. Did I get it? Hey guys, it's Artie Loon here, and today we're going to do the Pixie Powered Jetpack. Ow!
Derp 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 derp.
Aha. Yeah. Aha. Yeah.
Ah, krill.
Two hours later.
Let's go test this puppy out. Hey guys, that's our show. Hey guys, that's our. I think that's it. Okay. Hey guys, that's our show for. Hey, and that's our show for today. Thank you very much for joining us here today at Artie Live. We hope you guys had fun. Make sure to tune in next week for some more fun with me, Artie Loon. We'll see you guys again. Bye, guys.
My birdie mama's gone. She went away from me. I heard she's gone out in sunny Tennessee. Lord, that woman, she's gonna be the death of me. Be the death of me. Now when my baby left me, she left me in the rain. Talk about your trouble, talk about your pain. Had to listen to the whistle on that lonesome train. Lord, on that lonesome train. When there comes a time the gambler's luck is gone, and when it comes, you better leave and die so alone. dirty rounding, took my money and my woman and gone. He took my woman and gone. Okay, that was a Doc Watson song called Gambler's Yodel. Unless you don't yodel, and then it's called The Gambler's Blues. And now I'm going to play a very familiar Gordon Lightfoot song called If You Could Read My Mind. You could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost and a wishing well, a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind that drugstores sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero will be me. Heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again, because the ending's just too hard to tell. I'd walk away like a movie star who gets burned in three-way scripts. Enter number 2, a movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real. I never thought I could feel this way, and I gotta say, I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong. The feeling's gone, just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost and a wishing well, and a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. The story's always end, and if you read between the lines, you find that I'm just trying to understand. feelings we lack. I never thought I could act this way. I gotta say, I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong. The feeling's gone, just can't get it back.
Hey, I'm here to announce the winner of You're the Best for the month of May. Drum roll, please. Got a Yui and his band. Alright, I'm gonna contact you soon to get you your $50, you know? Oh, by the way, they're gonna be in the season finale with Marty Rouse, Janine Aries, Everly Herrera. Ooh, that's funky. Submit your video by June 19th for the week of June 22nd, you know? If you want to win You're the Best Talent contest, submit your video to the main at Santa-Clarita.com. And now I would like to thank some funkadelic people. The city of Santa Clarita and its leadership. Phil Nantis, Jeff Barber, Christine Shields, Dory Rittenhouse, Kevin Strauss, Garrett Weddell, Edith Vassan, Paul Nyman, Sean Hughes. Thank you to all the performers of You're the Best. And of course, the most important person to thank in the whole world, me.